Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hungry House Husband Show. Today I am making cheese and onion enchiladas. Now, these are not abnormally spicy, but they do have a little bit of kick, especially if you use my enchilada sauce. And you should be able to find the link to that below in the description. If not, I'll put an annotation here as well. So to make these enchiladas, we are going to need 1 onion, 2 cups of cheddar shredded, 1 cup of Monterey Jack shredded, 8 to 10 flour tortillas, depending on how much you stuff in them. I make mine fairly full, so I think I make about 8. And then 1 packet of taco seasoning. I personally use my own that I make up myself. And then you also need 2 cans of enchilada sauce, which I also make my own to that. And that video I've already talked about linking. So we're going to begin by sauteing our onions. I've just given this one a really rough chop, but we want to get it nice and soft so when it mixes with the cheese, it will just blend in real nice and won't be crunchy when you're eating your enchiladas. And once these are nice and translucent, go ahead, take them off and let them cool. So now it's time to add in the stars of the show. We're going to add in our Monterey Jack and our cheddar. And then we will add our cooled onions. Now make sure these are nice and cool already. You do not want to put these in hot. It will melt the cheese and you will have a mess on your hands. At this point, you want to add your taco seasoning. I make my own and store it in mason jars, but whatever works for you. You can use the packaged stuff if you like. This I've just found turns to be a lot less salty, and you can control the spice fairly well. So just a couple tablespoons. If you're using your homemade, as its potency kind of depends on how fresh it is. But yeah, I mean a palmful works, or 1 packet if you're using the packaged stuff. Just mix this up as best you can. You're not looking to get complete and total smoothness across the board, but you are looking to at least get a bunch of everything all at once. And once everything is nice and combined to your liking, it's time for assembly. So one of the first tricks I learned is you definitely want your tortillas a little warm. Just nuke them for a few seconds. And you also want to be sure to get a nice coating of enchilada sauce on the bottom. These will help to prevent the enchiladas from sticking. There's nothing worse when you're trying to get them out than having to chisel the enchiladas off the bottom of the pan, and that just ruins the entire integrity of the enchilada, and you are going to be sad. So just to let you know. So to begin, I just take 1 flour tortilla and start heaping on the onion cheese mixture. About 3 decent sized scoops or so should generally do it. Just eyeball it and then begin by rolling. I fold over about 1/3 and then pull back to kind of scrape everything into a line, and take your enchilada and lay it across your pan. Now I put mine long ways or short ways, however you want to look at it, and then push down on the ends. This encapsulates the cheese, keeps it from running out the end of your tortilla. Plus it also makes the ends of the tortilla nice and crispy, almost like a chip when you're eating it. Then we just rinse and repeat for the next one until your pan is full or you run out of tortillas. At this point, we have all of our enchiladas made and ready for the saucing. I add generally about 1.5 cups to about 2 cups of sauce on top. I find that that's where most of my heat is going to come from, and it's easier to control the heat in the sauce as you're making it. Some people, you may like to use the canned version. That is okay too. Just be sure to use at least 1 full can on top. Otherwise, your tortillas may get a little too brown if they're not covered, and it will just ruin the texture of the entire dish. So now for the cheese on top. Again, I use about 1 cup or so. I believe this is Colby Jack I'm using right here. Just be sure to cover it well. The cheesier cheese enchiladas you want, that's the more cheese you use. You can use any kind of cheese, Mexican blend, whatever floats your boat, just straight up cheddar even. But once you get that all done, it is ready to go into the oven for about 25 minutes or so at 350 degrees, or until the cheese is nice and bubbly. And here they are, straight out of the oven, looking very, very fine. They taste amazing, nice and cheesy, ready to top with a little bit of sour cream and some sliced jalapeno peppers. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe the video. It's much appreciated, and the enchilada sauce video as well if you go to watch that. And as always, may your life and your food always have flavor. Bye-bye.